again. And I felt right at home, where I belong. I had that feeling coming over me again. Just like it happened so many times before. Hey, Maddie!
All right, guys, what we're going to do today is, a lot of people have seen on social media that Maddie Moos Custom Meats cuts all the ribeye steak sandwiches for the Indiana State Fair. And what we're going to do is we're just going to show you how we do it and how we prepare everything. So first thing we want to do is we get choice ribeyes, and we want to take them definitely out of the package. So right here's your choice ribeye. It's got the lip on it, everything. So first thing you want to do is clean off any excess that the national chains have there so they can make a little extra money. Make sure there's no bones, a little bit of bone here. So get everything cleaned up, make sure there's no bones. Got it? So second thing we want to do is this rib meat right here. See all this? It's just on there loose. So first thing we want to do is clean it off. Make sure everything that's loose is off of it. Now, a lot of people has also seen and also tried what we call our ribeye burger. Well, that's where this comes from. We get the lip here. You got a little piece of meat right here. But what we want to do is we want to take the fat off. That's the lip of the ribeye. That's all fat. So that goes in here. And actually, this here goes in that tub. Then you've got another little strip of meat right here that you want to take off. And you just want to get the meat, maybe a little bit of fat. Put that right in there. Then come over here and peel the rest of the fat cap off, or the lip. You want to leave a little bit for flavor. Another thing you want to use is on the ribeyes, when you get them in, you want to use what they call downs. That is a smaller eye. You don't want to use a 16-pound and up ribeye for your sandwiches, because then they would be paper thin and they would either one, get too dry, or it just would fall apart when you cooked it. So there again, check for bones. Make sure nothing's on there. Another thing they like to leave on is that cartilage from the vertebrae. You want to get that off there, because that'd be a little chewy. So any lean meat, any excess that's just hanging off, you want to go ahead and cut that, like all this. So they leave that stuff on there for extra weight so they get more money. And for us, it goes into hamburger. But what we've done is we've utilized it into something a little bit better. So there again, find your line, cut that off, put that in your fat. Okay, then take your lean off next. Flip it over, check, then peel the rest of your fat off that you don't want. Like I said, you know, some people leave it on there for a little bit of flavor, but you don't want to leave that whole lip on there. Put that one right there in the middle, then get your last one. This is that, what we call rubber band on the back side of your ribeye. Yeah, this has got a lot on it. Definitely want to take that stuff off. If you bite into that, you might break a tooth. So then this one's got a lot of stuff. This is what we got to work with, stuff like this. You got to trim that up, which is really good meat. It's flavorful, but you just can't use it for the ribeye sandwich because it'll fall apart. Right there. That's what makes a ribeye burger good. So, any little stuff they've cut, take it off. So then, once we've got them on the tray, what we want to do is we want to get a hard crust around the outside. So, I will take this tray, bring it over here, put it in the freezer for a little bit. Got a couple already prepped. Go ahead and bring these over here. Now, the next thing I want to do, which I've already done it on these, is you want to take a utility knife, a food grade utility knife, not just one out of the store, but you want to take it halfway down and you want to score it. And what that does is, I don't know if anybody's ever had any bologna sandwiches, but when you do a fried bologna and you don't score the corners, it takes your bologna and it makes it into a bowl. Well, same thing with the ribeyes. If you don't score them, then the ribeye will just bowl up. So, leave them here. These might be a little bit too frozen. Not too bad, this one's pretty good. I want to cut it in half, right there. That makes an amazing ribeye sandwich right there. Not very big around, so we're gonna have some meat to it. So then I'm gonna bring it over here on the slicer, turn my scale on, which should have already been on. Got my tubs ready. So we got it on ounces. Now what these have to be is 4.6 ounces. Well, my scale don't go in tenths of an ounce. So what I do is I get them 4.5 to 5, but every 8 ounces, or 8 steaks has to be 36 ounces roughly. So I try to make them anywhere from 35 to 37 ounces in a stack of 8. Turn your slicer on. The first one you always want to get bigger, because then you can adjust it. If you make the first one smaller, a 4 ounce, then you got to throw it away. Not throw it away, but put it in the trim. So you lose 4 ounces. But if I make it a 5 ounce, then cut it down, I only lose a ½ ounce. So bring your guard down. Now, I know you're supposed to grab up here, but I got to control this. So I put my fingers up here to keep my hand from falling down. So take it through. There's a 4.5, bounce to 5, so that's going to be perfect for me. I might bump it up a little bit. Every steak, you literally have to adjust. There you go, 37 ounces. So it's got to be anywhere from 35 to 37 ounces. So then I take them, put them in stacks of 8s. in the lug. This one's cutting real good. And once I get 2 or 3 tubs going, I'll be able to hit the mark right on the head. So every year we cut about 65 to 70,000 ribeye sandwiches. Take your end, it goes in here. Then I'll come over, grab another one, cut it in half. Now, this eye is a little bit bigger, so I got to adjust it. So this was a small eye, so I know that this one's going to be a little bit thinner because it's a bigger eye. There you go, 36.5, that's perfect. Stack him in there. There you go. That there is how we cut the Indiana State Fair ribeyes. There's 144 steaks per tub. And people go through them. So 2, 4, 6. 7, 8. And we cut them the old-fashioned way. We don't have a laser cutter that can have them at 4.5 ounces exact. So we do it the old-fashioned way, and that way we know every steak looks good and it's not ran through a conveyor. And that way every steak you get at the state fair is premium. Customer in the back. But anyways, there is your ribeye sandwiches at the Indiana State Fair. So we will put them in there. Then we will put another layer of 8 on top. We'll seal it up and ship it out for your guys' consumption. Now, we will, to do the ribeye burger, I'm not going to tell you every secret, but we take this meat here, that's the lean and the ends, and then we will mix it 50-50 with this and with the lip fat. So there'll be a lot more lip fat left over at the end because we don't have near as much, but we do 50-50. The ends and the little rib meat with 50% of the lip fat. And that will make it about a 77-78% lean hamburger or ribeye burger. And then we put them in 9-ounce patties. We're not gonna tell you how we grind them because that's kind of the secret right there. But if you guys haven't tried them, you need to get with Maddie Moos Custom Meats. We also do fundraisers with them. So Creeb's Wrestling out of Pendleton, Alara Boyd out of Yorktown. Get a hold of them. Don't wait because they will go. I got to get back to work because we got a bunch to cut for today.
There I was, back in the wild again. And I felt right at home, where I belong. I had that feeling coming over me again. Just like it happened so many